Yo, 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 we back. Fresh episode, talking game. This episode 104, man. We climbing. A lot of episodes cracking. But y'all know who I am. I'm your host, Anthony LT King, Yellow Tape King, Tony, whatever you call me, lets me know what I was on when you was fucking with me. But we're back with my man Vinny. What's up with you?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. How you been?
Good. Good. I've been good. I've been good.
You been good, man. Hey, you
Yeah.
been killing the content. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It's been moving pretty quick, so it's a lot, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
yeah, man.
I
That's
love
because
working with you, man. This is fun.
yeah, man, you do good work. I like to see as somebody who also does content, whenever I see numbers
Yeah.
grow for people that I've like
Yeah.
interacted with, I'm always
Mhm.
excited. Like, hell yeah, I see my boy doing good over here.
I mean, man, we were at 70 subs like a month ago. We just passed. We're about to hit 1,600 today, so it's
Dang.
it's been moving.
Hey man, I love it, man. I
So
love it.
it's a lot of fun. So
Yeah, man.
definitely, I gotta get you on for one of my videos. That's what I gotta do. I
Let's
love
do
doing.
it, man.
I want to start doing collabs a little more often. So
Hey man, we can do it. I'm always down to come on and
yeah.
talk my shit, man.
Oh yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
do, man. That's what I
I love
do.
it. I
You
love
know,
it.
ruffle a
Perfect.
few feathers, man.
Oh yeah.
I like to do that. I like to do that. But let's get into it, man. I told you last
Yeah.
time I had to have you on, you know, at the end of the Yankee season, hoping that it would be the end of, after the World Series.
Yeah.
We got
Yeah.
bounced in the DS, which
Yeah. It's tough.
that was my thought early in the season, and I gained a little more hope towards the end, but
Mhm.
we ended up in it being where we would be. But just overall, what letter grade would you give the Yankees for this season?
See, that's really tough because, as we all know, Yankees are kind of their World Series are bust. So it's hard to give you A World Series when F you lose, but obviously the season's not an F. I think just because of a lot of the prospects we watched grow, Cam Schlittler being one. Um, I'd give him a B. The season was still successful. It's still a winning season. Of course, we have the longest winning streak in all major sports.
Wow.
So it's um it's tough though because you don't come out with that World Series in the end like you really want.
Yeah.
And there's so many different people being blamed, whether that be Brian Cashman, the GM, whether that being Aaron Boone as the head coach, whether they be people are putting blame on the actual players at the end of the day. Um, I think B is the best spot I could put him, like B minus. Like I said, Schlittler was like a really fun watch. Watch to see him grow. It's a good prospect to be excited for next year. Um, so it's tough though. It's tough.
I, it was a lot of blame passed around. I think I'm not gonna lie. I was
Mhm.
always a blame Boone guy
Yeah.
normally. He doesn't get all of it this time.
No,
You know.
I don't think there was very many situations where you could, at least in the postseason, I would say, at least in the
Yes, yes.
postseason, where you can go and sit there and be like, I don't know why he did that. That was the wrong move, and it ended up hurting us. I think at the end of the day, poor play just hurt us. I mean, he
Yeah.
put his best guys out there, and the best guys didn't perform. So
If we could do a blame pie right now,
yeah,
who gets the biggest slice of blame pie for the Yankees? Oh, did we lose him? Oh, what just happened? Okay, I'm still good. All right, gonna add in. You. little choppy. What happened? Dang. Am I frozen too? No, I'm not. Yo, I hear you now.
All right, that was weird.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wow, you froze again. What is going on? Wow, you froze again. No, I'm not. Yo, I hear you now.
All right, that was weird.
Yeah.
Everything.
Wow, you froze again.
Weird.
What is going on? Wow, you froze again.
Hello.
Yo,
What's up?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
Everything's okay on my end.
Right? Everything's fine on mine. All right. All right. I don't know. You suffering from buffering. Nah, this ass. Damn, it sucks. Take my horse. Oh, damn, I'm still on live. Take my horse. Oh, damn, I'm still on live. Take my horse. Oh, damn, I'm still on live. You.
Is it good now?
I think so.
All right, my mic.
I should have done on before, but I don't know.
I have no idea.
Going crazy in here.
That was weird.
Real weird. But we here. We
All
back.
right, perfect.
We back. All right. So, I was saying, blame pie. We can divvy up blame pie. Who in the Yankees you feel like deserves the biggest slice of blame pie
Blame pie. Well,
for not being the successful World Series champions that the Yankees should be every year?
yeah. Well, I think at the end of the day, a lot of fans forget to see this. When you have that much talent on the field, it's the players first. You have to blame the players before anybody else because they're the ones on the field. So every guy on that team was capable of performing, has done it in the past, and they just didn't do it.
Yeah.
So, but I think if you had to look at it as a whole, A Rod and Derek Jeter said it perfectly. It's Brian Cashman. Just the way he runs the team, the way they focus so much on analytics. I know Brian Cashman actually denied these allegations, saying we're not fully analytic. That the analytical team doesn't write the lineup. Boone writes the lineup. But when you have former players in history, like your Yankee greats are calling you out for it, and then on top of that, you have players in recent history like Clint Frazier when he went on that whole podcast and went on his whole rant about how the Yankees are too deep in the analytical department, and they sometimes, even he even said that Boone at some points wanted to make a certain decision, but went against it because the analytical department told him not to, or told him to do this move because analytics say it's the better move in the moment. So I think Brian Cashman needs to do his job as a GM and try his best to get a little bit farther away from that, as obviously the Yankees haven't won anything under this analytical motto. They haven't
No.
won anything, so I don't get why they keep repeating the same thing over and over again. But I think roster construction is also a big factor to it. Um, when Cashman made for the trades for the bullpen, it looked like the right move in the moment.
It did.
So it made sense, but the starting pitching really, really hurt us. in the postseason. Well, not even so much in the ALDS. Um, I know that's a tough call because with Fried on the mound, you expect differently.
Yeah,
With Rodon on the mound, you expect differently. Twitler
he
was the only one that was able to perform. You have Heel on the mound. It kind of went how everybody expected Heel to go in Game One. But I
yeah
think Boone actually made the right decision in Game One, taking him out as early as he did. He,
yeah because it can get
although,
ugly with Hill.
yeah, although he wasn't giving up a ton of runs. They were hitting him really hard. So, which that was like for the first time I've ever seen Boone, and I was like, wow, that's like a manager looking on his player like, hey, numbers don't say everything right now. He's getting hit hard, and it's going to collapse at some point, and he made the right decision there, and his bullpen failed him. So,
I think how big of a deal was it with A Rod and um Jeter, especially Jeter, more so Jeter,
mhm.
on TV calling out Brian Cashman?
A Rod, I know a lot of people don't respect him anymore because of the whole steroid stuff, but A Rod is still one of the greatest players to ever play baseball.
And he knows baseball.
Yeah, regardless of what anybody says, it's just like Barry Bonds. They're two of the guys they're the greatest baseball players, some of the greatest to ever step on the field. And I understand the steroid allegations, I understand all that, but he's still a guy when he talks, you listen because he knows what he's talking about. And I think he summed it up perfectly about the whole, the Yankees had just too many guys that were home run or strikeout,
Yeah,
and Toronto had so many. Their home run guys were contact guys as well. Like Laddie still can hit for contact, and we only have one of those, and that's Aaron Judge.
yeah.
So you can mix Cody Bellinger in there, but he didn't have a great ALDS. But when you just Anthony Volpe was a confusing scenario. What's going on? They said the injury wasn't hurting him, that it didn't affect his play. Blah blah blah. We all know his last 19 at bats, he strikes out 14 times to end the season. And then after the fact, and then they come out like, oh, well, we do think it was affecting his play at least a little bit. And it's just like, what is it?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah,
hurt? Is he not
yeah,
hurt? Oh, then he has to get surgery. And then it's like, all right, then why was he playing to begin with? Because he was not playing good. So
that's
what's
I,
going on?
I talked about that on TikTok, and my thing
Yeah,
with that was, hey man, we all hear the valid, the valid effort. Oh man, he played through injury, but if
mhm.
you hurt your team, ain't no kudos to that.
No, no,
You're hurting the team.
I think the errors play a little bit more of a story than people realize. Anthony Volpe is a good defensive shortstop. He is,
What's up, King Matthew?
and I think the errors really overshadow that because a lot of these errors, if you actually go back through the season and watch them, it's just him just trying so hard to make a spectacular play. It'll be a throwing error, and don't get me wrong, there's routine plays that are errors as well.
Yeah,
But there was too many times where he got a ball in the hole where he should have just held the ball and he throws it. Jazz does the same thing, where they both just try to make the absolute best play possible, and it doesn't work that way. So a lot of the people were asking, well, why was Caballero not in the game over Volpe? I believe for Game Four, the game previous, um, that swing Caballero took where he kind of grimacing, I'm almost positive he hurt himself. So
yeah.
that I think that was a factor in it, but Volpe is a better defensive shortstop, and Volpe had throughout the postseason to that point defensively had saved them a couple times
He did
from
play
big
good
innings.
defense.
So
He
I
did.
think that was a huge factor in it. I know the at bats he was completely lost. He looked terrible at the plate. He was half swinging at balls right down the middle. He had no idea what was going on. So that's a call where you have to trust your manager, and it's tough at that point because our pitching was getting rocked. It wasn't errors. It wasn't balls that plays that should have been made. They were getting rocked
We
every
were.
single game.
We were.
Every game.
You just said something, and I didn't think about it until this moment. You're right. Some of these calls you have to trust your manager.
Mm-hmm.
But Boone has not earned any trust from us.
Mm-hmm.
So like even if he's making the right call,
Mm-hmm.
it's always going to be met with skepticism right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
and I don't want to say like and it's crazy because I've always been like I've been against Boone from the beginning,
Mhm.
but that that has got to be another driving force to kind of look at it as we might need a new voice. Not even just because he's not good enough for the job,
Mhm.
but we might just need a new voice because being in a relationship where you don't trust your partner sucks.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like it sucks, and that's what the Yankees are in right now.
Mhm. Absolutely. Boone is he's a great players manager.
What up, Rainy
Every
Day?
player loves him. He stands up for his guys, and he's very good at that. I respect him a lot because I think on the inside it's not talked about how much he does sit guys down and explain to them. Like he did it with Josh Donaldson when we had him a couple years ago, where you're
Yeah,
simply not good enough to play on this team, and regardless how mad people want to get, Boone doesn't decide that DJ LeMahieu plays on this team for 3 months into the season before they release him. He's given his players, and he has to work with the players he's given. He doesn't get to make those GM decisions. So
dang, that seems so long ago.
yeah, which is crazy, but that was
Yo,
into the season. Like
that doesn't
you
even
had,
feel like part of the season.
it's nuts because at that point it's like, all right, well, we want to keep DJ on the roster, so you're going to throw Jazz back at third base, and DJ is going to play second,
Yeah,
and that is not an Aaron Boone decision. I don't think a lot of people realize that's your your upper management telling you, hey, these are the guys we want on the field. These are the guys we think are going to do better than whatever other options we have. Obviously, if Jose Caballero was on this team the whole season, that's a completely different story. I think
true.
DJ LeMahieu was DFA'd to before the season even starts, but that's not the case. We traded for him midway through the season, so it's tough. And then I think they did have a very good trade deadline. The guys they picked up, not only just picking up guys with years of service as well. We're gonna have
Yeah,
McMahon for a couple years. We're gonna have Bednar, Duvall, Bird, Caballero for a couple years. They did very good in that aspect, and I respect Cashman for that. It's
should we have got Eugenio Suarez?
Suarez. I think Suarez just didn't fit into the Yankees. Like I'm being honest, his defense is not great, and we all know that his defense is not good. But it was just I know Ryan McMahon is kind of the same home run or strikeout, although
Yes,
he didn't hit a lot of home runs, but at least he brings that defensive side to the game where
he
we
does.
got killed last year. We got absolutely killed with our terrible defense. So they were trying to strengthen up that aspect of it. And although I believe we had a good offseason rebounding from Juan Soto, the effects of not having Juan Soto in a lineup really showed because you're losing a guy who walks almost 40% of the time. You're losing a guy who can hit for power. You're losing a guy who was protecting Judge, protecting Stanton, and just making that top of the lineup at least complete.
Yeah,
There was so many holes where Cody Bellinger, as much as I respect him, I think he's a great player. He was not. He. You didn't have to. I don't know why they pitched to Aaron Judge as much as they did. They should have just walked him almost every time. It made no sense. Cody Bellinger and Stanton weren't. I mean, Stanton got it
yeah,
going in the last two games, but outside of that,
yeah. They was thinking it up.
it doesn't make any sense why they would even pitch to Aaron Judge. This
Yeah,
lineup had very clear and obvious holes, and you know, it's tough. And then the roster construction, the amount of lefties we had really killed us. Toronto played it perfectly. Why are we going to throw in Bassett or Scherzer when we know they can rock? Their lineup can easily rock those two.
yep.
Throw another bullpen left-hander in the bullpen and just essentially force them to tie their hands quick at the beginning of every single game. So
It, yeah, at the beginning of every game, like it by the third inning.
yeah, if a pitcher wasn't dealing, I mean, obviously, Gosman and Ye Savage were disgusting against the Yankees.
Yes,
Yankees got killed by the splitter, but after that, I know who pitched Game 3 for the Blue Jays.
it was a bullpen
It
game.
was a bull. No, no, no. Game 4 was a
No,
bullpen
no,
game.
no. Yeah, you're
Game
right.
3 was I don't remember who pitched. Why can't I think of who pitched?
Damn, who the
They
hell?
were pitching well too. We only scored like one run early.
Because it was
I try
Gossman.
to, I do it honestly. I try to completely blank out memorizing any of that series because it was so bad.
Forgot about that. Sorry. Go
But
ahead. Talk about.
The Yankees had an obvious advantage going into that series, or at least seen as obvious. We had to that point much better starting pitching, and we hit way more home runs. And the
Bieber
old
started game 3.
Bieber, that's right. He actually was pitching well. I don't know why they took him out so soon. I do remember that.
Yeah, Shane Bieber. Sneaky
Shane
good pickup.
Bieber too.
At what point
Mhm.
in this DS did you realize we're not winning this
Like
series?
the fifth inning of game two.
Really?
Yeah,
So like
I
even even in game 3, you didn't like it was no like
I don't even after Judge's home run. Dude, am I happy? Of course I'm happy. But they dug themselves. This was not like Cleveland Yankees 2017, man. This it wasn't, and I really don't like that the Yankees do that. You know, a couple years ago when they got swept by the Astros, they were trying to show like, oh, the Red Sox came down from 3-0 and
oh
0.
yeah, I hate
You
that. I
guys
hate
can do it
that.
too. Like showing them clips, like don't. This team needs to make their own identity. Leave that all in the past. These are past teams. I mean, what we had like two guys in that 17 team that we're playing in this year. Like just
Yeah.
let that
Yeah,
be in the past.
I don't want to get yeah. There's a reason why that's only happened how many times in history. Like,
Only a couple.
so like we're not gonna try and pull
So I mean, Yay Savage, he pitched a hell of a game. I know he got rocked in the CS against the Mariners, but he pitched really good against the Yankees. And the Blue Jays did very good about matching up the Yankees well. They knew
yes.
they were bad against splitters. They've been bad against splitters the whole season. Game one, game two, back to back guys that are heavy splitters. So
Yeah, that's
and
what
it showed. I know our offense kind of picked itself up after in the late innings of game two, but that was on like the back end of the Blue Jays bullpen. So
yeah, I hate the garbage runs.
yeah,
Um
no.
that
So
gives
I'm not gonna give the Yankees any credit for that. Those 7 runs scored in that last half of the second game. That I mean, you were losing by 13, I think, at that point, or something like 10 or 13 runs. The game was way over. I wasn't even watching it anymore. That's how bad it was. And
I wasn't watching when
I
they
was
scored.
I'm big on like I watch it till it's over. But that game one and game two were just complete embarrassments. I mean,
Yeah. Do you feel like Aaron Judge in this run
mhm.
has like kind of shook the he's not a playoff performer conversation?
This is the only good thing that happened this postseason was Aaron Judge figured it out, and it was
It's crazy.
fun. Let me
It's
tell you,
crazy
it was
that
I loved it.
people were expecting even more from him.
Which I anybody who expects it even more doesn't just simply doesn't know baseball. At the end of the day, that's what I'm gonna say. I mean, he did everything he could. Could you maybe ask for a couple more home runs? I guess, but I mean,
Facts.
but I
That's
mean,
literally that's literally the ask.
he beat his postseason hits record in the second series of the playoffs. I mean, if we played a championship series and a World Series, he would have probably tripled it.
I
So,
think that's the biggest
mhm,
my biggest thing is like, dang, what could have been? Like, even if we would have took this to the World Series, like
mhm,
the legend of Aaron Judge growing,
yeah,
and being that guy and putting like this amazing season all the way together.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's something that
hmm
we're not getting. Like we just had this amazing 162 and even what 3 4 games extra, 7 games extra.
yep,
Man, we're owed more than that as baseball fans.
yeah, for sure, for
We're
sure. That
owed
was.
more than that, man. And
Yeah,
shout out to
I wish Aaron Judge. For a part of me, I want to see him play winter ball just to watch the guy play because he's so good at baseball, and
oh
it's just
yeah.
really fun to watch. It's
Yeah,
really
man.
fun. Like him, you know, I haven't been a big guy on Shohei, but oh man, after his game four,
Listen,
I can't even hate on that. That was ridiculous. Oh my god.
listen. After game 4, he's the best player I've ever seen. He's the GOAT to me. And he don't got to do nothing else. He's doing what I
No.
seen CC Sabathia say it, and it's the truth. He's doing what people like the best players in Little League do
Yeah. Yeah,
in
I
the
mean
MLB.
it's true. As much as I've always been big on. I think Shohei when he's on the mound is the best player in baseball. But if he's not pitching, Aaron Judge is the best player in baseball.
Agreed. I
He's
can roll
doing
with that.
stuff like that. It's not even fair anymore. It's just
I
not fair.
agree.
There's no comparison. You can't compare the two. As much as I love Judge, and Judge is a better hitter, a pure hitter. He absolutely is. But Judge doesn't pitch, so
Yeah, true.
what are you gonna do? So I mean, Judge is a good defensive outfielder. I'd give him that, but
Yeah, man.
Shohei's a
Uh,
different story. Shohei's fun to watch, and Shohei had also was starting to get the he's bad in the postseason talks.
he was thinking it up now.
Yeah, he was not playing good at all. He was, I think, 1 for 25 or something like that in
Yeah,
that series before, or in the postseason before that happened. And good for him because I want to see the best players perform in the postseason.
yeah. That's why I was happy to get him out of Anaheim.
Yeah,
I'll never call him
absolutely.
LA, but because seeing him put these MVP, I mean, we've seen it with Trout. See these MVP performances in
Hmm.
162 is cool, but
Yeah,
the drama of October is what creates legends.
correct, exactly.
You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I'm happy Shohei and Judge both kind of like showed up. Shows why they're the best players in baseball.
For
So
sure.
it's cool to watch. Although Shohei is insane. I mean, 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs, man.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous, man. That's
That is crazy. Shout out to Kyle Riley though, because I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering how he would be in the playoffs, and
yeah. He's been performing himself too. He had
he's
a
been
game
putting
time
on
home run last game. Yeah, no, he's been playing well too. These are all great players, man. They're all fun to watch.
for
So
sure. I got like two more questions. I'm gonna get
yeah,
you out of here.
sounds good.
The first one is the Yankees offseason. What would a perfect Yankees offseason look like for you?
So I actually recently did a video on this not too long ago. Um, I would change what I said a little bit. Um, the perfect Yankees offseason is tough because you're going to have to trade some guys that are on your roster. We
Okay.
have too many lefties. That's just plain and simple. And the best free agent is a lefty. The best Japanese free agent is a lefty. Like these big additions, as much as you would love to have Kyle Tucker for 10 years, as much as you would love to have Murakami for years plus, the Yankees are in a position to where Aaron Judge is going to be 34, maybe I think maybe 35 or something like that. You got to win right now, and
Yeah.
are these guys going to help you in the future? Absolutely, but I don't think roster construction wise they're the best to group with another bunch of lefties. We're still going probably going into next year with three lefty catchers. We're probably going to go, you know, Ryan McMahon is going to be your starting third baseman. He's a lefty. Jazz is going to be your starting second baseman. He's a lefty. If you re-sign Bellinger to play center field, he's a lefty. If you're going to play Dominguez in left field, as of now, the plan was to play Dominguez in left field. Majority of the time, he's going to be batting lefty. So,
Uh,
and he doesn't really combat left-handed pitching because his right side bat isn't great. If you
yeah.
bring up Jones, he's a lefty. So you got a lot of lefties, and unfortunately, the top free agents are lefties. Um,
Yeah.
of a perfect offseason, this is completely unrealistic, I guess, if we get that point. After the whole Tigers Screwball debacle that's been going on, go trade for him, make the best rotation in baseball. That's also three lefty pitchers, though, so that's
Yeah.
these are dominating the league right now, man. But
Hey.
if you could work out a trade for Screwball, um, I think they need to move on from Volpe at this point.
Yes.
I, it's
Yes. Please.
I get a cool. You get 2020 season first year Gold Glove. Second year was not too bad, a little bit of improvement, but this year was just a complete. Even before the injury, he wasn't playing good. So, like, they need to move on from Volpe. Um, if you notice, like every team that wins the World Series has like a star shortstop. It's just
Yeah.
it is. I mean, even when the Tigers won or not the Tigers, I'm sorry, the Rangers won a couple years ago. It was Corey Seager.
Corey Seager, yeah.
Dodgers. I
Trey
mean, you got
Turner. Mookie Betts now.
Mookie Betts. Now I know last year technically, I think what Kike was playing shortstop. So,
Okay,
but
was.
when we don't have a star lineup like the Dodgers do. So I think getting, I don't know who that would be. Truthfully, I think Caballero is gonna have to be like the stop in the middle. Have him play short until we can either George Lombard Jr. proves himself and he could be a good shortstop in the MLB, or whether somebody else becomes available years to come. But it's tough because you're in that win now mode with Aaron Judge. You don't want to waste his years. Regardless of what people want to saying about Stanton, his contract he's only got 2 years left, and I'm sure you can build a roster better without Giancarlo Stanton. He's getting paid quite a bit of money. I think actually this year his no, not this year, the last year of his contract.
Last year, the Marlins paid it.
Yeah, it goes down quite a bit, like 15 million or something like that. But
Yeah.
the Yankees are also in a tough spot because they only have about $75 million to play with before that luxury tax that they don't like to go over. So, and
Never want to go over that.
they, it's very likely that there's going to be a salary cap implemented in baseball in a couple years.
Yeah.
With the 2027 talks coming, just because of what the Dodgers are doing. The majority of owners are going to want it, especially the lower end owners, because they still want to make money without spending money. It's just the
Which
truth.
is crazy.
It's
Which is
stupid.
crazy.
That's a whole. We could talk for hours about how dumb it is.
But
How I like the uniqueness of baseball. How you can spend as much money as you want. I really
well,
do like that because if you can't afford it, sell your team. Somebody will buy it.
exactly.
So many. I mean, so many guys with billions of dollars want to buy sports teams.
But
It's
think about it, right? The Dodgers have made their money off Otani back already.
easily just by signing Otani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki. They've sold so much merch in Japan. They could have probably paid for the contracts 3 times over by now.
Like,
So
come on, man.
it's it's the right thing to do. As much as you're going to hate on the Juan Soto contract, they're going to make that contract. They're going to make that money back easily just by people showing up to see Juan Soto, and that's the truth. I know he started off slow last year, but he had a really good season.
Yes. When you look at get to the end of the year, it's very good.
So investing in players pays off, and it has. I mean, I don't, you know, I know you're talking about guys with 20 or like 10 to 20 billion dollars going against guys with $2 billion, and it's a big difference. A lot of people, I don't think people notice that. That is a really big difference.
It is a huge
You're going
difference.
to spend $400 million.
But you're getting it back
Wow.
because winning
Correct.
makes
You
money.
do win, but a lot of these owners I see are scared because even with big rosters like this and big spending, like it could just be like that and it's all over, and then you don't make that money back.
Yeah,
Um,
but like you say, it's you think about merch sale, merch,
yeah,
all that stuff. The tickets prices
Mhm.
can go up. You're going to sell more tickets. You're
yeah,
making that money. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like even if your season's over short, you making that bread.
Yeah, you can say that with Otani. You can say that with Yamamoto when he came over. You can say that with Juan Soto. I think Kyle Tucker's contract is going to be really bad, like really bad, by the end of his career. Because as much as good of as a player he is, he's not like when you talk about best players in baseball. Although he
Yeah.
should be in the conversation, you don't think Kyle Tucker.
No, you don't.
So he
You might
cannot.
not even think of him as the best player on his team.
Correct. So you can't give him a $500 million contract to be the number one player on your team. He has to be a supporting cast. And $500 million for a supporting cast player is a lot of money.
That's gonna
So
be that's gonna be
you're
an
talking
interesting.
somewhere 4 to 500, which is crazy, which is nuts. So I know the Yankees try to get him, but it's a lot of money for a corner outfielder that doesn't hit 50 plus homers. So
Somebody will pay him. It's a sucker
oh yeah,
born after that.
absolutely.
The
Somebody is
Padres will mess around and give him the money because
yeah
they always find a way.
yeah.
Like I don't know where they get it from, but hey,
I
if
would
the
love
Padres can
yeah.
spend money.
If they wanted like if they want to get off of Dominguez and Jones and go out and get Schoolball or something like that and trade for, and then sign Tucker, resign Bellinger, put him in center field, you just went from probably just putting together the best outfield in baseball 2 years in a row. So that
Yep,
could work. Um,
that'd be
so
crazy.
I'm not completely against that, but again, you got just a lot of lefties. It
A lot
works for
of
Yankee Stadium, but
a lot
any
of lefties, and we got a general manager and owner that doesn't want to go that deep into the salary cap.
they don't.
They not trying to do that.
He likes to say he will every season, but he doesn't. I mean, in the past three off seasons, he's like, "We're going all in," and then they hit the second they hit that 305 mark, they're like, "No, we're done. We're not going to do anything else. Maybe trade if we can work a trade." That's what they say every single off season. If we can work out a trade, we'll do it. But no, no more free agents.
Just foolishness, foolishness.
It's crazy because Yankee fans show up when they suck. I mean,
Yeah,
they don't suck a lot, but even when they suck, Yankee fans show up. You're making your money back regardless. No matter what, you're going to make that money. So,
and that's what always pisses me off. I get it's a business, but like
mhm.
ultimately, sports franchises are for the fans.
Yeah,
Like, come
yeah.
on, man, y'all should care about us more.
The Yankees were more willing to spend a bunch of money when there wasn't revenue sharing. Since revenue sharing in the last CBA came a thing, they don't, a lot of these guys are like, why am I going to spend money to then get taxed on a percentage of money I spent to then just go give it to a team that doesn't want to spend money?
They don't want to spend money. Yeah,
Yeah.
give it up
Like,
30.
I mean, last offseason when the A's, when they signed Luis Severino, it was because the MLB was told
You got to
them
spend some money.
you have to spend money because we're not going to give you any more revenue sharing if you don't spend money.
You got to spend money.
So even though
Yeah,
they got a good squad cooking up there, they're going to be good. But
yeah, they're gonna be all right.
the team's going to be good in a
Yeah,
couple of years.
they
The
got the
guys
young.
they got, they're a team like the Rays. They really know how to. I wish we could get like a core management group like that and bring them to the Yankees and
Hey,
build, have the availability with money and also build core players through the farm system. Because
that'll
we don't.
be
You have
unstoppable.
Judge, you have Rice, Wells, but I mean, Dominguez
And,
really hasn't shown much. Schlittler and Heel, our pitching has gotten a lot better in the recent years, but
it has. Now I will give them that. It
yeah.
has.
But if you're not going to be like the Dodgers and just go sign literally everybody, you have to have some homegrown talent. It's just
We ain't got enough.
no, we don't.
We ain't got enough. All right, one last thing before I get you
Yeah,
out of here, man. What does the off season look like for you?
like my actual what I think they do.
No, like what does like you as a content creator, a Yankees content creator?
Oh,
What's your
that's what you
plans for the
mean.
off season?
So right now I'm doing 3 videos a week. I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Usually Monday is gonna be the video about any updates, trade rumors, if we sign anybody, this and that, blah blah blah. Who I think we should go out and get. My video tomorrow will actually be about the Japanese free agents coming over. And what I think the Yankees can do, what I don't think they'll actually do. That's usually what I do, and then the other two videos, Wednesday, Friday, is like kind of like a player recap. So I did one. I did Cody Bellinger first. I did Devin Williams. This week is going to be Volpe and Jazz. Just recaps how their season went, any controversies around them, this and that, where I see them next year, what I think the Yankees should do with them. So that's pretty much what I got it going on for the most part. I'll still do daily videos on like TikTok and Instagram and all that, but
Okay, cool, cool.
yeah, so I'm still trying to do something every single day, keep up with it.
Bet, bet, man. I
So,
wonder because like I cover all sports.
yeah,
I just like kind of rotate
yeah,
what I'm talking about most. So
hmm
that's why I was wondering, like you as the Yankees.
yeah. No, I'll
You
get
know,
to all sports eventually.
yeah,
So
no
I'm
doubt.
involved in everything, but Yankees is the easiest for me to talk about. So that's why I
Yeah,
decided to stick to Yankees to start. So
I'll roll with that.
yeah,
All right. Well, before I tell people, well, you tell people where to
yeah.
find you and follow you. I got literally. I know I said this, but this is the last thing. You are a
Okay.
Jets fan, right?
Unfortunately,
All right. As a Panthers fan, I am on a roll with people who have been on the podcast. So you are number 3 in a
hmm
row. 3 weeks in a row, I've had people co-host or guest on podcasts of
yeah,
football franchises,
yeah.
and my boys have won 3 weeks in a row. I am on a roll, and I am loving it for the NFL. Also, I've never, I don't know what's going on with Aaron Glenn, but he looks lost out there sometimes. And
I think the Jets just as a franchise everything because just sell the team, everything, whatever you got to do, trade every. I don't even care anymore. Just completely destroy this team, sell the team, relocate somewhere else. We don't even. I don't even.
just burn
They're,
it down
they're
and then
just
restart.
an absolute embarrassment, not to football, to just sports in general.
It's sports.
Yeah.
Just sports, man.
Oh,
All
man.
right, man. I ain't gonna get you in your sorrows for the Jets, man.
Oh,
Let
man.
everybody know where they can follow you and where they can find you at.
Yeah. So TikTok is where I daily post. That's Vinny Talks Yanks. Instagram's Vinny.Talks Yanks. YouTube is also Vinny Talks Yanks. That's the biggest platform I'm on right now. I'm on every podcasting service. So everything's Vinny Talks. Everything is Vinny Talks Yanks. So nice and easy. Also, I'm starting a media company with my friend. So that'll start soon. It's called Rosaletta Media. Um, Hopefully, we'll get a YouTube, and I have a couple other content creators joining in with us on that, and that'll not just be sports; that'll be like video games and like vlogs and stuff like that too.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah, I will have that up and going probably within the next month. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we'll have everything ready and roll. So,
And man, like I say, man, I love to see the
mhm.
growth. Every time I see anything going, I'm like, hey, that's my guy.
I appreciate it.
Go
Trust
ahead
me,
and get it going,
it doesn't matter how big anybody is. I'm never gonna forget. So.
hey man, I appreciate. Hey, definitely don't forget about me, man. I
Oh,
just want some of the trickle down. That's it. I just want a little bit
like I
of
said,
trickle down.
we're starting a media company. Wherever I can expand, I definitely will go because I'm gonna need somebody for all sports. So I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, we got it going, man. We got it going.
Perfect, perfect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, this first episode talking game might have an episode tomorrow. Waiting on confirmation. Definitely Tuesday we'll have our normal talking game episode with the guys. Tuesday evening I'll be on 305 Sports, so y'all be ready for that. Wednesday, another episode of Talking Game, and then just it's a busy week. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the wrestling podcast this weekend, so we're just gonna keep it rocking, man. But hey, I appreciate y'all for being on. Y'all know do whatever your content creator tell you to do: like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good shit, man. It's been Talking Game. Peace.